is up, beautiful people? Welcome back to another one of my videos. This week we are focusing on food. I love food, especially meat and taters. I've done a food shop, we've got a new fridge. I'm very organised and I'm excited to share all of this with you. My fridge does look a bit sparse because we used to have a tiny fridge and now it's much bigger. But you'll be able to get the gist of our staple food shops, minus a few things like coffee, because I forgot to buy it. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, guys. Just send off. I'm going to take you through my fridge and my pantry right now.
As you guys will probably already know, I've been following intuitive eating, and you will see that a lot of the stuff in my pantry and in my fridge are whole food. These foods are more nutrient dense, they're higher in fiber, and they contain good macronutrient values. So you'll see that the majority of stuff in my fridge is fruit and vegetables, with the occasional half-used avocado. I also love this high protein yogurt. That's Andrew's yogurt behind, that's full fat, so if you're wanting higher fat. And then we also keep some lean meats in here as well. We've got the pork schnitzels there, they are delicious. We're going to be cooking some of them up later, as well as our staple, which is turkey mince, or sometimes we'll have chicken mince. We've also got some chicken breasts here as well. Beautiful bosoms. Into these drawers we've just got more fruits and vegetables. I am trying to incorporate a lot more potatoes as a carb source into my diet rather than grains at the moment. That's just a personal choice. There isn't anything wrong with grains. I just love taters. Also got some carrots there, and in the back there's my best friend, taters. Hi there. We've also got a cucumber. I love these for salads. I will eat some of these vegetables raw as well. I love me a beefsteak salad, and I like them to be tasty, crunchy and interesting, so I make sure to have a good variety of things there. We've also got some eggies. I love eggs, and I'm lazy, so I buy garlic already minced. Grass-fed butter is also there as well. Andrew likes to have that in his coffee on a morning. And of course my favourite seasoning of all time, the Nando sauce, really low in sugar, full of natural ingredients. Onto the freezer, I have my frozen raspberries and then some little sandwich thins. Moving on to the pantry, you will see all my seasonings. I've got coconut flour, which I use in some baking. Mavis peanut butter, it's a really good source of fat. Apple cider vinegar, great for your digestion. Coconut oil for cooking, and MCT oil. Look it up online. It's got some great health benefits. I'd highly recommend it. And then on the bottom shelf, we have just lots of canned things, which I generally try to stay away from, but every now and then I'll reach for them. We've got oats for breakfast and nuts to snack on as well. And then, as you can see, my boyfriend has an unhealthy obsession with protein bars. This is our collection. It's ridiculous. And if we were to ever have an apocalypse, we would be just fine.
So now you've seen kind of the staples of Andrew and I's diet. We eat slightly different. He eats low carb, high fat. I eat high carb, moderate fat / just everything. I thought I would, now that I've got the resources, I have a kitchen, I'd do a meal prep video with you guys. Meal prepping is key to staying on track for your goals. You need to have a plan of action with this, guys, especially if you're changing your lifestyle and you're trying to create new habits of eating. Meal prepping can be a great way of eliminating a lot of stress throughout the week and preventing you from reaching for those naughty little snackaroonies when you shouldn't be. I will include a few tips on how to make these as nutritionally balanced and dense as possible. I like to have a form of carbs and a form of protein in each meal, as well as some fat. Now, sometimes that fat source comes from the carbs and the protein. For instance, if I'm using mince, it will be higher in fat, or if I cook it in oil, it will have fat in it. You get the gist. Enough of me talking, because we all know I love to ramble. Let's cook some food. Oh, and I just want to make a disclaimer that my oven is probably older than me, and so I will be using a microwave to prep my potatoes, which some people like, some people don't, so please feel free to use an oven where possible. Okay, let's cook food. Meat and taters, food. Meat and taters, food. Yeah, we love food. Yeah.
So today we're going to be cooking 2 recipes at the same time to save time, because I don't know about you, but I don't want to be spending the rest of my life in the kitchen preparing my meals. So these will make up 3 lunches and dinners for me. You can cook more and then freeze the rest. What I would suggest doing is keeping your meals for days 1 to 3 in the fridge and then days 4 to 7 in the freezer, so they stay nice and fresh. We're going to start by marinating the pork. I'm just covering it in some chili powder, minced garlic and Nando sauce. Once we've rubbed that in to the meat, we're going to set that pan aside and leave it to marinate. We're going to pop that off to the side and prepare our carb sauce. I've chosen to use sweet potatoes and butternut squash. Feel free to cook rice or any form of grain. Those are normally really good carb sauces. They're slow release and low GI. I've just chopped them up into chunks, and because I don't have an oven, I've put them in the microwave, but you could easily just bang yours in the oven for an hour. Let's get on with our turkey chili sauce. Here are the ingredients that you will need. We're going to start by chopping up some onions and some peppers, putting the onions into brown and then topping with mince, garlic and all the seasoning that you choose. I added cumin, an oxo cube, and then I proceeded to spill passata everywhere because I'm clumsy and an idiot, so I'd go with a cup of passata. You want to be careful with buying tomato products. A lot of them have added sugar or aren't made up of whole tomatoes. You're going to chop up the rest of your veg and place it in to the pan, bring it to a boil, turn it down to a simmer, cover it with a lid. Cooking our pork, all you need to do is just put it on the heat, girl. After the pork has cooked 3 to 5 minutes, I'm just going to remove that from the pan, and then I'm going to saute some courgettes and some broccolini in the sauce to keep it saucy. Once your turkey chili has reduced a little bit, I would add beans. I've added a can of corn. Voila, that's it, done.
So hopefully those will be a couple of good meal recipe spo, fit spo. I make myself cringe so much. I'm hoping that I've given you a little bit of inspiration for meals that you can be preparing. You do not have to be living off chicken, broccoli and rice. You can lead a healthy lifestyle and eat healthy foods that's gonna fuel your workouts, fuel your body, make you feel happy, and enjoy it at the same time. And there aren't particular foods that will make you lose weight. Weight loss, fat loss comes down to calories in versus calories out. If you're eating more food than you're burning daily, whether that be in vegetables or in candies, am I American? That doesn't make a difference. You will put on weight. If you're eating less than you're burning, you will lose weight. It doesn't matter what foods you used to put into your body, it all comes down to your daily caloric intake. A couple of ways that you could modify these recipes to make them a little bit more friendly to your diet. For instance, if you're on a lower carb diet, then you could use zucchini noodles or cauliflower rice, which is just cauliflower pulsed up in a food blender and then fried or steamed. If you were on a higher fat diet as well, you could use fattier sources of meats. I used turkey mince and pork schnitzel, which was very lean cuts of meat, but you could use beef mince, which is much higher in fat, or you could use salmon, something like that. Those are a few ideas you can play around with. Please do let me know if you guys enjoy this sort of video. I'm more than happy to do them for you, because after all, we're in love, aren't we? I think that's going to conclude this video because I'm losing the plot. Please feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or if you found it useful. For the month of October, I am offering 20% off all of my coaching packages and personal training to new clients. So if you are interested in any training programming or nutrition coaching, I'm not a doctor, but I am qualified in weight management. If that's something you'd be interested, then I will leave my email here. And drop me an email. My website's down below, you can see what I offer. And I'm going to stop plugging myself now. I love you guys. Thank you for watching.